Well, hello! I am back! I first need to address my hiatus before I go into this video, because I've obviously not been uploading for a very long time. So, I basically took a break from YouTube for about half a year. That was just because I got very busy and I literally had no idea what to film. I didn't have any inspiration. And the things that I could have vlogged, I didn't vlog. Like I went on holiday multiple times, didn't vlog that. I had some other film things, didn't vlog that. And I just couldn't think of any normal sit down videos. And so I went half a year without doing YouTube. And I must say that I do really like being on here. And the support while I was away is still really good from you guys. Like I've had comments coming in, I've had new subscribers, and they all had to do with my old videos. So right now I am back. I won't promise that I will make videos every single week like I used to. I will just see how it goes. If you won't see me again for another like 3 weeks or so, that's just normal. So yeah. That was just my hiatus. I hope to make more videos in the future. But let's get into this video. This video is the toxic stereotype of wanting a goth girlfriend. You probably, if you have seen the title, know the meme that is basically men wanting a goth girlfriend. It's a meme that kind of has died, but the meme still pops up now and then, and I wanted to address it as a goth and as someone who is in a relationship, who is a girlfriend of someone, and I'm a goth. So I kind of want to give commentary on that whole meme because I think that it's a very toxic stereotype that men are giving out with this meme. So I just want to talk about that. Let's start with the meme itself. You probably have seen images like this going around, and this is basically the whole gist of the meme. It's like a guy saying, I want a goth girlfriend, and then it's a picture of someone who isn't goth at all. Most of the times the girl that it's about usually wears dark lipstick, has dark hair, and usually wears very normal clothing. And that's the whole thing. What I want to address in this video is that most of the times the goth girlfriends that these guys want aren't actually goth, and that plays into a whole stereotype that I want to discuss into this video. I'm going to split up this video in a few parts. Let's start with the first part, which I have called Fake Goth versus real goth. I hate seeing those images of like Kylie Jenner who wears slightly black clothing, and then men are all like, wow, she's goth now and I want to date her and she's so pretty. That's not goth. She just wears black clothes every once in a while. That does not make you goth. What I think is very relatable is this picture. I absolutely love this picture because it's like a very normal girl and she just looks a tiny bit alternative, but not really. And then you've got like the true goths. And that is exactly what men do not want. What these men want basically with their goth girlfriend is just someone who looks pretty. A slightly bit alternative, but just someone who has a nice face and dresses nicely. That's all they want. I don't think that they want a traditional goth at all. I will go on to the second topic, which is an article that I read from Thought Catalog, which was titled Why Every Guy Should Date a Goth Girl at Least Once in His Life. And while I was reading this article, I was really disagreeing with what this person said, and I want to address this topic in this video, and I want to address this article in this video because I think that this really proves why men want to date a goth girlfriend but don't exactly want to date a goth girlfriend. I will obviously put the link of the article in the description down below so you can read it for yourself. The author of the article basically explains that why you should date a goth girl at least once in your life is because of the novelty and because of the experience. And I think that's so very wrong. This guy basically says that they were very different from other girls, and It's a whole new experience to date someone that looks at things differently and such. But he mostly goes into the novelty of being with someone who looks a bit crazy. It's not about finding love in this person, it's just about being with someone that is a bit different. That's the thing that he likes. But in this whole article of dating a goth person, love is never mentioned. And in this article, it's also never mentioned that he wants to be with that kind of person for the rest of his life. It's basically just a phase to get through, to have experience in your dating life. And I think that is so very wrong. Because this person is basically dating goth people for the experience. And just after a few months or years, he's like, bye, I've had my experience, I do not like you anymore. Because you are just a novelty. Dear men out there, goth people are not a novelty. We're not something that is like an accessory to you. If we walk down the street with you, it's not because we want to look pretty, and we want to look pretty for you or for the world. No, it's because that's the way we are. It's not, if you date goth people, don't do it because they look nice. If you are dating a goth person, it's usually because you already like their personality. Of course, looks also are a factor in why you date a person. But I don't think that just looks should be the reason why you date a certain person. This guy also explains that after 25, basically all goth girls go into their normal state again, and then they are just always embarrassed of their goth face. Which I think is so freaking offensive. This guy basically says, well, hurry up, you've got until they're 25 and then they will turn normal again. Which is so fucked up in itself. Basically, my commentary to that article is, please don't follow his advice. Please don't go around looking for a goth girl just because he says that those people are fun and that you should have them in your repertoire of dating people. Because that's just fucked up. The next topic which I have to address is sex. Because that's the first thing I think normal people think about when they see goth people. Which is not always a good stereotype. It's basically never a good stereotype. When I was on Tinder for like a span of 2 weeks before I found my current boyfriend, I got a really high number of matches, and I think that probably has to do with how I look. Like, people already think of Tinder as a hookup app, and then you've got me who looks alternative, which means she's probably up for some fucking tonight. Which I was never, because, well, I don't really see the appeal of a one-night stand. People easily think of goths as being very into kinky sex and such, which is such a bad stereotype for us. Of course there are certain links between like what people wear in BDSM and what people wear in the goth community. But they're two separate elements. They look like each other, but they don't have anything to do with each other. So you can find goths who are into that kind of stuff, but you can also find goths who are very vanilla and do not even find sex important. And the whole stereotype of, oh, I want a goth girlfriend because she probably really likes sex and she's good in bed. That's the most horrible stereotype you could ever make about goths. Like, really. Don't do it. They're usually nerdy guys who want a goth girlfriend. They probably want it because of the sex. But then they will be hugely disappointed when it turns out their real goth girlfriend isn't into that stuff. That was my discussion about the toxic stereotype that is wanting a goth girlfriend. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. I don't know when I will see you next, but I hope that you will subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!